Okay, we are on. Uh, Hello, guys. My running kid here. Welcome back to the Opinion Spot. This is the first time I am doing a live segment of the Opinion Spot, but it's cool. I have a few guests with me today. Mr. J,
What's up, guys?
and for the first time ever on my channel, I have ComicUno.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's great to be here.
So basically, guys, what we're here to give our opinions on is the whole Teen Teen Titans. Oh, I'm getting echoes. Sorry. We're getting all Teen Titans. It's all about the Teen Titans show that is supposedly coming to TNT. Now, as myself and my guests here, we are Teen Titans fans. For me, I can go way back with Teen Titans to George Perez and Mark Wolfman days. That was really when I got really locked into the Titans, and then from there I've seen the team change, who takes the reins, new characters come in, and you fall in love with all the characters. And they don't just become a team, but they become a family, which always made me feel good about reading the Teen Titans. They weren't just a group of teens put together that may have been established by their fellow grown-up older egos like a Batman or a Wonder Woman, but they were a legitimate team and they were like a family. But they want to do live action on TNT. Now, right there, you hear that word, TNT. So it's like, okay, when's the last time we've seen a superhero-esque show based off fictional, well-known fictional established characters? That come to mind is the Witchblade and the Mortal Kombat Conquest, which you could just tell how old I am for that one, right? So this is going to be a really good discussion, guys. So everybody's going to get a chance to talk, and we're going to be here for a while. I'm not going to make this too long, but we're going to be to the point where everybody gets a chance to say their opinion on it. So right now, yeah, we're going to give our opinions on this right off the bat. And ladies first, so Kat, you have the floor. Have at it.
Yeah, I mean, when I first heard this, I was super excited. I should have made a video right away, but I was like, I'm going to save this for Chris's channel, and also Comic Frontline. I'm going to have a topic video on Sunday for this. But yeah, I'm excited, but so curious because it's on TNT, and TNT is a little bit more of like a cop procedural channel, so I don't know what they're really going to do with Titans on there, but I hope, like Chris was saying, we'll see a family aspect, and since it's not Teen Titans, you know it's going to be more of adult heroes like Nightwing and maybe Donna Troy, maybe Wally, which I would love to see. Titans is a great franchise and a great team also, so maybe they want to save Teen Titans for the CW. I don't know. That's what I thought when I first thought of a TV show. I thought they're going to do Young Justice or Teen Titans. So I'm really shocked by this, but happy at the same time and super excited to see more information about it.
Okay. KJ?
All right. Well, Titans was actually my first exposure to DC Comics in general. One of my uncles collected the Wolfman Perez Titans, and that's really where I got into it. That's how I became such a huge Dick Grayson fan. And like you both have said, TNT is a weird place to go. I mean, it's a drama network, and I'm like, how are they going to play this? What relationships are they going to do? What elements? There are a ton of questions I have for this show, and I'm glad to be here to talk about it.
I think I agree with both of you guys. Like I said, it's in their slogan, "We love drama," and so it's there, it's right there, splat dab. But I don't watch a lot of TNT as I used to anymore. The only show I do watch on there is Fallen Skies, and that just wrapped up. So this may be interesting for me because it'll get me to watch more TNT. But
you do Smallville runs on there, right? I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But this is kind of still weird because it's like, as we were talking earlier, I mean, DC is really kind of putting their products now on different networks. We got Constantine that's going to be on NBC. We got Arrow and Flash on CW. We still don't know where the Supergirl is gonna go, and now Teen Titans. Okay, well, Titans, as they say there, it's gonna be called. So yeah, it's interesting indeed. I'm happy, but I'm also a little scared as well, because I don't want it to get too dramatic. You understand? Like, to the point this feels like a soap opera. You know, I don't want it that dramatic, but it is kind of scary. But I will give it a shot. And that kind of lets us jump right into like the next of it, like the characters. It's like, which lineup are they going to use? How many people are they going to use? You, in a sense, will we see Dick Grayson and Donna Troy and Wally West? And are we going to see Aqualad? Which Aqualad are they going to use? Are they going to use the original? Or Roy Harper? You know, things like that. Is this going to be, and it seems like it's going to be in its own world. So once again, I drop the floor to Kat again, is like, which characters do you want to see on this show?
I honestly don't know. If we see, I don't know, obviously they can't use Roy, which I would love to see Roy on the show, but we have Colton on Arrow, which is fine. I would obviously like to see Nightwing, maybe Barbara Gordon. Like, I would, even though she wasn't a Titan, I would like to see what they do with that, because I don't know which characters they can use, and obviously we know Dick and Barbara Gordon will have a really cool relationship. And then is there two main characters? I don't know, but I would like to see her in the show. Donna Troy, I think, has to be on it. Wally, again, Flash connection, so you can't really use Wally. So I think they're going to be really limited because of the CW, and that makes me really scared. And also, what you were saying, Chris, is it going to be too dramatic? I think what I'm scared about is it won't be grounded. It'll be too much about the special ops and them going out in the field, and it won't be about these characters and how they relate to each other. And that's my fear for the show.
That's understandable. Jay, how do you feel? Characters? Who?
Character-wise, let's see. Well, I agree with Donna, definitely. Dick and Donna need to be there. They're best friends. They've got to stick together. They got to put those two on the team for sure. Wally, I would like to see, but I agree with Kat. The whole Flash thing may make things confusing for viewers, especially if you're watching the Flash on the CW. I'd like to see Gar for sure. Beast Boy. I'd definitely be interested to see what they can do for Beast Boy. Gotta have Vic. Vic was originally created for the Teen Titans.
Well, he's definitely going to be in the show. That's the only confirmed character is Dick Grayson.
I said Vic.
Vic.
Vic Stone.
Oh, Vic. I thought you said Dick. Okay.
Yeah, I really want to see Starfire. Like, if they are gonna do the whole alien thing with Corey and coming from Tamaran and everything, and definitely Raven, because that could be a cool magic element with Trigon as well. So I would really be interested to see what they do with her. That's what I'd be really interested in seeing.
Could they pull off Mia? Could they pull her off for
Speedy again? Arrow. They're already kind of using it.
Yeah, because Thea is kind of a blend of, like kind of an amalgam of like Mia, and I could see a little bit of Cheshire in there too. So
they can maybe use Artemis though, because even though they're kind of like pulling off Artemis and Arrow too, I feel like Artemis might be a good character, especially for the Young Justice fans. But are they going that route? Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an Archer, a young Archer. The only other Archer I can think of is Arrowetta, who was a part of the Peter David.
That'd be interesting, but then that's the second generation Teen Titans, so it might not mix again.
So, and then I'm thinking also about, in terms of maybe, could they bring in Aqualad, like maybe the first Aqualad, Garth,
Yeah.
He could definitely be there, and will we see Terra? There are so many Titan characters they can bring in, but then it also,
I gotta know the budget for this show too, because
that's the other thing, is also, with that being said right there, is in terms of just like with the Supergirl, do they mention a Batman or a Superman or whoever, especially who represents this team? Dick is there, so was he a Robin, or is he going to be Robin, or is he going to be Nightwing? but do they acknowledge that he worked for Batman? You know, DC now has this. They are really like they don't want to have them mentioned because they're part of the movieverse now. But do we establish that they worked for their older counterpart or so? So how do you feel about that? You know, should that be mentioned or not?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really confusing, honestly. I don't know what they should do with that. I say
What is it about?
I would like them to mention it a little bit, but not be a
Oh,
focus.
yeah.
What do you say, Jay?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was answering the question for my brother. Can you repeat that again?
Basically, we're saying like since Dick is the only one that's being mentioned, and you know he was Robin, and we don't know if he's gonna be Robin or Nightwing. But do we mention that he was partners with Batman?
I think it could work. The bat embargo may be tricky to work around, but it could also explain how they fund everything. You know, they get help from Bruce. Like they could just do it like that. Like, how'd you get the tower up and running? Oh, I had money from a friend. You know, and they just have a little cameo, kind of like what they did in the Teen Titans cartoon. They never mentioned Batman by name at all, but they have a lot of nods to Batman in the show.
That's
right.
true.
Like there was a time where Slade said, "You my son," and then he said, "I have a father," and they zoomed out and they showed the Wayne. So it was like, okay, wink, wink. I don't think it's necessary to have them mentioned, but I do agree, Jay, that having them like maybe a nod that they do exist, but they're not centered. Keep it centered on this team.
Not like Young Justice, where like I feel like Young Justice they were a little bit too present in a good way. I think it worked for Young Justice, but I don't think it would work for Titans because they were a little bit too present in that show.
I go back to the characters once again, real quick. Could we see Jaime? Could they put Jaime in the show?
That would be really cool, actually.
Special effects wise, I don't know, but it would be really interesting if they did.
Yeah, special effects wise, because I keep thinking back to that god awful
Smallville version. Terrible.
And I tell you one character I would love to see them bring in. That's Static.
Oh yes.
See them bring Static. That'd be great. That's just me. That's just my world. That would be Static would be on there. But besides the characters now, the villains. It's like, who do we see? Who do we put on this as the villains?
Can't do Deathstroke.
That's the one, and that's the thing. Is like when you think about Titans, you think about Slade Wilson. He's one of their biggest, but then once again, it's the confusion of, hey, we saw Slade on this show. Is that the same Slade or not? So we would have to think maybe outside the box on this one. So
Trigon.
I would definitely put him in there. Maybe Queen Bee.
I want a real Brother Blood. I know we got Brother Blood in Arrow, but he was just a politician. Give me the real blood magic, dark, like demonic Brother Blood.
Brother Blood. I would take that. I'm thinking maybe like I said, Queen Bee in the Hive. That would be interesting.
That could be cool.
I would say
Rick would be cool.
I would say Superboy Prime, but no, we can't do that. There is a few that I would like to see, but Trigon definitely is up there. He's definitely one of them that I would love to see them pull off really well in terms of, like, you're talking now we're going demonic, demons and things like that. So, you know, I'm not saying that the budget needs to go all out for him, but I've seen episodes of Angel and Buffy where they had some pretty impressive looking demons for the budget they had. So yeah, they could kind of pull off Trigon, in my opinion. Do we add a little bit of flavor in terms of let me see, who can I think of? Like maybe a person that maybe started up, maybe they flip somebody, for example. Like, what if they have, let's say, mm, I would say maybe Thunder and Lightning, kind of how they did on Titans, where they were like
Yeah.
they kind of were like the antagonists of the show, but then they learned their ways and like, okay, could you see something like that as well, but with a different character?
I would like to see, again, I don't know if they're going to do Deathstroke. I don't think they can, but I think Tevia in the comments mentioned Ravager. I would like to see the real Ravager. Let's go see some Rose. Let's go see, you know, Slade
Jericho?
Wilson's children.
Yeah,
Jericho. Yes, Jericho
Yeah,
as a Titan. Jericho could be a good Titan, actually.
Jericho and Rose would be good on there. I could definitely go for that as well. It'd be really interesting to see how they pull that off.
In terms of villains, though, like, how would they pull off Terra without Slade? Because the whole Judas contract thing, Slade was a huge part of that.
Unless the best way I can think of is that she's controlled by Queen Bee. If they
could change that up.
Like, if they use Queen Bee, they could use like she's a part of the Hive, and she infiltrated them or something like that. You know, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, that could work too.
That can work.
They could also use Slade's wife, as that kind of thing as well. Like, and have her, like, she led Hive for a while as well too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
I think so.
It's just that I definitely will agree. I would definitely like to see if they pull off Garfield in there. Beast Boy.
Yeah, I just want to know budget-wise how they do that as well.
Yeah. It's like you having him.
And would he be all green too? That's another thing.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Teen Titans would be the better movie because of all these special effects things. Like, is it as good for a television show? I don't know.
And see, that's another thing right there, Kat, is my fear is that they would go more with the non-powered members of the Titans. But then when you look at it, majority of them are super powered. So it's like you see what you know.
A lot of especially the core members, like the original founding members, a majority of them except for Dick are super powered.
Yeah. So, but then we go from villain wise to setting wise in terms of just where are they going to be established? Are they going to be in San Francisco? I doubt it will see the T Tower or anything like that, but
I wish, but hopefully
that would be great.
In my world, yeah, it would, but I have a feeling they would have them be maybe based in maybe it looks like an abandoned warehouse, but underneath it it's their base of operations or something. Once again, going a little bit more covert.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them based in San Francisco. Keep them West Coast. I mean, they have been on the East Coast. That tower, I would love to see that tower in the San Francisco Bay. I would love to see that. In my world, I would love to see that. That'd be so cool. And maybe a statue of like the originals or so. That'd be cool. Do we have? What about supporting characters in terms of like when they're not around? Who's like monitoring them? Like
I'd like to see Proxy.
Yeah.
Proxy.
Oh yeah, Proxy definitely. But again, I would like to see Barbara Gordon. She has not been in any of these type of TV shows. I would love to see that.
Barbara.
Actually, she's been in one that we will not mention.
Oh yeah, we're not. I don't even consider that as like a TV show.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention that either.
And we'll just say, you know, that's Oracle. Maybe Captain Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. We haven't really seen that.
Throw that one away. Just not acknowledge it. It's locked in the Pandora's box of forbidden shows.
But that definitely, I definitely agree, Kat. Yeah, we should use Barbara. Babs would be good to be in this show.
Because she doesn't have to start as Batgirl. She could just be a supporting character and then grow into Batgirl. But then we have the whole Commissioner Gordon thing for Gotham, which ruins everything.
Right.
You have Commissioner Gordon. Without Commissioner Gordon, do you have Barbara Gordon?
But that Gordon is too young to. That Gordon's
be
too
in
young
that
to
show.
have Babs. Yeah.
So we talked about the characters and the villains and who we would want to see, but then of course it's the overall like theme of the show is which we don't know, but we're just speculating here, guys, is the fact that, are they out there? Are they well known? Like, the people know who they are, or are they covert? So I kind of throw that question out to you guys as well. Do we have them well known, or do we keep them covert, kind of in a sense like Young Justice? I personally, if me, guys, in my opinion, I would want them to be out there. Like, people know them. They're not, like, covert. I don't mind the Black Ops stuff from time to time, but I would want to see them, like, when people see them, they're like, hey, that's the Titans. Oh, the Titans are here, or something like that. Yeah, I really wouldn't want them, like, who are they,
I agree. I would like to see more of a superhero aspect of people knowing them, but I have a feeling with TNT and like the drama, they're going to be Black Ops. Just the network they're on, I don't see it happening. Them being out.
I don't know, because there could be drama with them being celebrities. Like them being in the public eye and being under a lot more scrutiny if they mess up.
Well, I just mean like one of the all the other shows they have. It's much more procedural. I just don't see them doing the whole celebrity thing in a way.
But that's a good point. I didn't consider that. It doesn't really fit with their network when you think about it, like with the shows that they have.
And I guess the biggest question here is costumes. Do they wear their costumes or not? Yay or nay? For me, yay. What about
definitely. Yay. Arrow did it. Why not?
Yeah.
It'd be so weird without it. Like I couldn't take them seriously if they didn't have their costumes on.
I mean, it's like, could you imagine seeing Dick, how he wore in Young Justice, like when he's not in his costume? He's just got his
with the glasses.
Yeah, his glasses and.
Yeah, no one wants to see that. Come on, let's see the whole bird. I want to see everything. Come on, I want Dick Grayson's outfit.
And I'm wondering, costume-wise, if they do bring in Corey, like how much are they going to show for Starfire? Like, if you look at her original look, that's a lot of skin.
Yeah, they will do Teen Titans version, kind of. Like they'll cover her up.
I think they'll cover up more than show. Corey is very much open. But I think for people that the network, they would want us to watch this show, especially maybe a little younger generation than us, is like, okay, yeah, we got to cover her up a little bit. She can't. How is she gonna? It's also to the point that like I think we all say it from time to time with these superheroes, like, how are they fighting that? Like, how are they fighting?
That's what I'm saying.
And something doesn't slip out, and they're like, oops, or how are they fighting in high heels? I mean, Corey, she's very robust, and it's like, how does that not fall out with her clocking somebody upside the head or something? So I can understand up a little bit. That's why I understood what they did for her with the Titans cartoon. I was like, yeah, they're gonna cover that up.
Yeah.
Once I heard Corey was gonna be on the show, I was like, yeah, they're gonna cover that up. And
they did a good job with it, though.
They did a good job
with the Teen Titans costume.
So
it was still nice. It was a nice balance. So yeah, I think they could definitely pull it off.
So I can see them showing some skin, but keep it balanced, well balanced in my opinion, with the aspect of it.
Oh yeah, another thing I just thought about it. I don't know why thinking about costumes made me think about this, but if they bring in Gar, they could actually bring in some Doom Patrol villains too.
I mean, if they go that route, who knows? If they
go that route. I was also about to even segue, and that's kind of good, Jay, segue in, like, do we have guest stars? Do we have guest stars on this? I mean, it seems like I guess we all can say the fact that this will probably be in its own separate universe. It won't be connected. So do we bring in just guest stars that are young teen heroes, or do we also bring in well-established heroes that maybe are lesser known? That could be interesting as well, like Guardian or someone like that. Maybe a Bumblebee. That'd be kind of cool.
I think they can do it because this show's not Teen Titans; it's Titans, so they're all going to be adults in a way. At least that's what I'm going to be seeing as. I don't think they're going to be young adults. They're going to be in their 20s. So I definitely see him bringing different characters from all over the DC universe.
Yeah. So that's definitely another one that I feel that it's a very open project, but it is still kind of scary to me, because the question for me is, yeah, will they be in costume? What is the whole outcome and theme gonna be looking like? The overall view of the show, like Kat, you said, will they go really too deep into the drama? Because it's TNT, they love drama, you know, and I don't mind drama. It's just when you start saturating it too much, it's like, okay, But the thing also, I think TNT has to realize is that this is based off of a superhero project, so don't take it too seriously. You understand? Like, have fun with it. You know, that's what I keep hearing. What everybody's been saying about the Flash is like, it's a fun series. That first episode is just, you can clearly see what this show is. It's just gonna be a fun ride, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for with this Titans show as well. It's a fun ride. It's not just taking itself deep serious. You know. Does that sound logical, or do you think
Yeah.
Well, I agree with you.
That makes sense, definitely. But like you said earlier, I feel like one of the themes they need to really hammer home is family, because that's what the Titans have been about since day one.
They need that groundedness of family. I just don't want them to go on missions. I want them to have a life. You know, I want to see them interact with each other, just like in a way Young Justice did.
And stuff. More than that. Yeah, like Corey being a model, maybe Dick still going to Gotham U, and
like it'd be really cool if they paid homage to, I'm forgetting which issue, but it was an issue where all the females had a girls' night out, and they just
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They were just out having a good time, and I was like, if they could play that off, I would love to see that. Like, we're not on missions, we're not superheroes tonight. We're just girls, just having fun. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun.
And it was vice versa, because the guys did it too. It's like they just went out and did guy stuff. You know, it wasn't like Dick wasn't worrying about, what's going on in Gotham, or it was just fun. You know,
I think that works for television too. It's just that balance of superhero and hey, I'm a normal person too. They definitely need that for people to relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want those episodes to be filler. I still want them to be fun and maybe still have some kind of connection to the story, whatever story they're trying to tell.
I agree.
It could be kind of I think a show that kind of has a good balance to that. It's not even a superhero, but it still has a good balance. The show that you guys got me into.
Oh, Teen Wolf, yeah.
There you go.
That pretty much has a good balance of you got the supernatural feel to it, but you got the teen drama and what's it like growing up and things like that. And with this show, they can kind of play that off. But if they're going to be young adults and like in their early 20s or so, then you're getting into that aspect of growing up, getting older. You can play off the fact, do they feel that should we continue to do this? Are we going to continue this and be in our 30s and we're still saving people and things like that? You know,
I'd actually love them to open up with the scene of Dick quitting as Robin and then coming back as Nightwing and then starting the Titans like that.
That'd be great. Just have Nightwing as that prime focus.
That would be cool. I would definitely enjoy that.
Because I love that issue where both Wally and Dick quit and then they leave, but then they eventually do come back.
I would definitely enjoy that, Jade. Like, yeah, he's like, I'm Robin no more, and next you know he comes back as Nightwing. I would want him. Do I want the classic Nightwing?
You're talking about Disco Wing?
Yeah.
Disco Wing.
Or
I don't know.
I think I would keep him in the Nightwing that we all. The look that we all like,
the blue one, not
the blue. Yeah, let's go with the blue. I'm not a fan of the red.
I mean, if you want to go red, it's better than nothing. But let's go with the blue.
I would go sleek black and blue. That's my Nightwing. Maybe no, I don't. No, I wouldn't add that. No, actually, I would add that. Remember in the Batman the animated series, he had like those glider wings underneath him.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about like the flying squirrel flaps?
I don't know if that would work for television though.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
see
thing.
that.
I think it would, but I think definitely keep him, with some of the gadgets that he's had, and his, of course, his Ultra Sticks and
the wingdings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I guess some, of course, some means of transportation. Maybe his motorcycle will do just fine.
Yeah, Dick's always been the motorcycle guy. They even did that in the Titans cartoon, and they could definitely pull it off here.
Mm-hmm. So, but the fact is, like, what we want is not exactly what TNT was gonna is, but we don't know what they want. But the fact is that the fact is that with that being said, it's like you can have the Dick. Oh, I meant didn't mean that sexually, guys. But you can have a lot of known characters would be good. I mean, but definitely I'd figure they'll keep. Okay, I'll say Richard, huh? Okay. Okay, I thought they'll keep him around, but I think definitely we should see Dinah. I mean, Donna. If not Donna, then Donna. If they can't do Donna, then give us Casey. I'll take Casey too. I'll take Cass.
Wouldn't it be cool if they mixed it? Like have like Dick Grayson, but then also have Cassie, and then have like maybe Impulse, like second generation with the first generation in the show. I think that would be really cool.
I could take that. I mean, since they can't use Wally, they could definitely use Bart. Yeah, Bart would work.
Again, I don't know if they have the right.
I definitely would want Donna though.
I would love that, Kat, that they actually mixed up the generation. Like you got the first generation with the second generation. That would be cool. And by saying that, that's where I would really, if they can bring in one character, I would love to see them, and I think he would fit well on this show, is Bushido. I think he would work so well on the show because he's grounded and he's more of the martial artist samurai type character. Yeah, that could work for him. And I know characters like Wildebeest, I doubt they could pull off really well because it'd be like, okay, where's this guy been?
I wonder if they could pull off somebody like Brick, like and Blockbuster and things like that.
I don't know. It'd be interesting if they could. Again, I don't think any of us really could see what TNT can do with this. I don't know. I just don't know what they're planning at all.
We don't know anything to base it off of. Yeah.
It's the same. The way I look at it is the same thing how I'm looking at with the development of the Supergirl show. It's like, how are they going to pull that off? My biggest fear for these shows is they go 252 with this, and
oh god,
you guys know how I am.
Not Titans. Oh Lord, no.
You see,
and also these characters are characters I actually care about. Like Gotham, I'm like, whatever. Like some of the other, like Constantine, whatever. These are characters I've always cared for, so I want them to be precious with them.
Right.
Yeah, this is definitely a project closer to my heart than a lot of the other ones. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people's heart. Like, I don't think there's as many Constantine fans out there as Teen Titans and Supergirl fans. It's a lot of people love these characters,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Okay, so I'm looking at some of the comments, guys. We're gonna answer some of your questions. That's where we're gonna end the show, guys. But I see here a person called Let's Go Jay says Starfire and Raven are confirmed. This is by Deadline. If that is true, then okay, then we kind of got two of our wishes. Okay, so we got Corey and Raven. So that definitely would suggest, okay, they're gonna bring in Trigon sometime later on, and that'd be cool. Like she doesn't.
I actually want to see. I want to see her. If they could, like, this is my dream wish. If they could bring in Wally, I would like to see Wally and Raven's relationship, because a lot of people don't know. Wally and Raven started out liking each other for a while, and
yeah, they were crazy. they were kind of, and then it became Gar and Raven after a while.
Yeah. Yep. They did start shipping Beast Boy and Raven for afterwards, but yeah.
So thank you for that. Let's go, Jay. Thank you for informing us. So that's 3 people confirmed. That also goes into my next question: how many? I'll start with Kat. How many members do you feel is needed for this show? Um,
I say start with 6. I
oh,
don't know, because
even
we already have 3 confirmed. I don't know. I would like to see 6, because there needs to be more characters to start this out. Because there's other characters I want to see. I don't want to just see Dick, Starfire, and Raven. I want to see other characters to start. I feel like they're just going to reproduce the character cartoon. It seems like that's the direction they're going right now. So, except without Cyborg, because I have a feeling they're probably going to use him for the Justice League movie. But oh yeah, they are definitely using him for the Justice League movie. So I don't know. I'm going to go with 5 or 6.
All right, good. An even number. Thank you very much. Jay?
I'd go with, like Kat said, 6. But I would, if they wanted to and they introduced people like Bumblebee or Jericho, go to 8.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For me, definitely, I would say 6, but the team would end up being 8 members. Definitely, 8 is a good round number for a team. And, anything bigger, they would be too much of, okay, now you got to really spread the character development. 8 is good. Not saying that's a bad thing, but definitely 8 members would do.
Or 6 members and a couple supporting characters, because then that would be a good round cast.
Like I'm saying, I definitely think this show definitely needs like supporting cast in terms of like the teams, like coordinators and stuff. Like they keep them in the loop, what's going on. Like I said, Proxy would work. Her and her brother, because they were kind of like homages to Wendy and from the Super Friends. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twins.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Wendy and Zan. I think it's Zan. Zan.
Yeah.
But definitely they could work on that in a for them being like the support, as well as like we're here to talk if you need, and you're not always out there, just you can talk. So that could work.
They need an outside world too, I think. Again, just to ground this show, they really need an outside world. So you need those supporting characters.
That is definitely true. They definitely need a outside theme to it in terms of they're these heroes if they are going to be that, but you can have them in the world, but they're not just superheroes all the time. And because that's kind of how I like my heroes, is like we see them in their personal life and they're not always 24/7 hero.
Me too.
I like that. Don't have them always 24/7 hero or heroine. They have a life. If they don't do that, it kind of will neglect the Titans as a whole. It's like they have lives outside of when they're together. But definitely we go back to, then that just goes back to basically being the family oriented theme to it. Is like, yeah, they're not really related by blood, but by heart, yeah, they're like brothers and sisters, like that. And we got your back. Hey, you need to talk. Raven definitely is one of them. She's had it the worst out of all of them. And when none of them have ever abandoned her, you've always seen the Titans come their aid. We're here for you, Raven.
Exactly. She's done a lot of bad things throughout her career. She almost killed Starfire at Dick and Corey's wedding, and they still stood by her through that.
So it definitely has a appeal. Like, yeah, we can have Raven there. If Raven is, that's the other cool thing about it. It's like, if Raven is confirmed, I'm glad. And
Yeah,
before
she's needed, honestly. Just her story's needed.
she's definitely needed.
Yeah, Trigon.
Trigon definitely. Now with Raven, and please, I just want her in that cloaked look. I don't want her looking like she's out of Battle of the Planets.
Yeah, let's not give her wings. Just give her the cloak. It's pretty easy.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody needs to give her feathers because that shit was stupid. I I took one look at that on the show.
I don't need her looking like the Guyver. I don't. I don't need her looking like that. It's just give her the cloak. I mean, that, like Kat just said, that is a pretty easy costume to make. You know.
That's the easiest one out of them all.
You know, it's like, bam, there you go. Oh, okay. You don't even really have to make it. Just I can find that at a thrift store or something. Okay, bam, there you go. You know, it could work for her. But
I hope they don't try to hipsterize it and make it like a hoodie.
Yeah.
I hope not.
The last thing before we answer the questions is our picks for the actors and actresses to play these roles. I know Kat gets into the act, you know, the casting for these characters. Who do we get?
We have to work together for this one, though. I don't even think we can pick one by one. We gotta work together.
We work together on this
one. Who do you want to see? I do not want to see Steve McQueen. I don't want to see him.
Hell no. Jeremy from the Vampire Diaries needs to just stay on the Vampire Diaries because he makes me be ashamed of being named Jeremy, for one. Like, that's how bad his character is. I'm telling you. Like,
I'm trying to think, though. Who would I like to see?
Oh, that's tough.
Okay, we're starting with Nightwing. Okay, Dick. Man, somebody who can pull off the look can have that. Oh man,
I can't think of TV actors. I only think of movie actors, and I can't
Great.
There's no way they can afford some of these people.
You know, because you have to have like that kind of young look.
Mhm.
You also have to have that like smooth. Dick is very charismatic.
If I could pick Dylan O'Brien for everything, I would. Dylan O'Brien as Dick Grayson.
I could actually see that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I actually could see that. But
that's I mean, there's obviously some other better choices than that. But honestly, I have no idea.
I could see Posey as Nightwing.
I would love Tyler Posey as Nightwing.
That would work.
Okay.
That would work.
I'm assuming they'll mix it up, like have some like maybe established, but also a lot of like we've never heard of, like new blood. And I'm all for new blood, but I think with a show like this, it's a little bit of
you need established actors. Yeah,
is needed. But Tyler Posey, I could. Let's see. Okay, well, the others have confirmed is Starfire and Raven.
Starfire.
Good for Corey. Oh, man.
That's another hard one.
I can't think of anybody that can match Corey for real. Like, she's gotta be someone very strong, but also very open, but
very out there, also kind of optimistic.
Yeah, the fish out of water, but she's also very caring and motherly. And that definitely has more of the big sister role. Oh man, who could pull that off?
Anyone in the comments saying anything?
Yeah, I would love to hear
check the comments because we.
Nah, they're all just talking about the new 52.
I would love to hear what they would pick.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Let's go to Raven. Raven might be a little easier.
Raven, I'm gonna go with. I mean, I don't mean to just keep going to Teen Wolf actors, but as soon as I mentioned Posey, I thought about it. Holland Roden could pull off Raven.
No, I was thinking Crystal Reed, honestly, because she has a little bit more of someone that could play like the gothier type person.
Yeah, maybe I could see Crystal Reed pulling off Raven. That could definitely work. Having her in the hood with the darker makeup, she actually kind of has the more kind of droller voice for it too. So I could see that.
Well, just have like the whole Teen Wolf cast go to Titans.
Exactly.
I would, man. if it was another character, I would say Victoria Justice for somebody, but I can't.
I would
Man,
like to see Victoria Justice.
Victoria Justice, I could see as Tula. Yeah.
Victoria
Justice could be a good one for Tula if they bring Tula in.
yeah.
Yeah, Tula or the other one that's Aqua Girl.
You're talking about the Latin what was her name? A lot.
Yeah, that would be perfect for Victoria Justice.
Yeah, definitely. She could even, she could probably play like Cassie, or maybe like it's a little bit more of a stretch.
But hair, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a stretch to give her a wig or something, but it could work. I could see her as Cassie.
I don't think she would mind like dyeing her hair blonde.
No, I don't really think. I never picture her as Cassie. Again, I picture her a lot more as. I don't think I would want her as Cassie.
I think definitely. Boy, this is harder than it is.
Cassie, played by person who plays Hannah on Pretty Little Liars. I gotta think of her name.
Oh, that could work. Oh man, what is that?
Benson.
Pretty Little Liars. For the show, Jared. My brother threw out
Ashley Benson. Ashley Benson would be a really good Cassie.
What's the name again? Ashley
Benson. She plays in Pretty Little Liars. She plays like the perfect Cassie, I think.
Yeah,
so.
Hannah from Pretty Little Liars could definitely work.
That's on ABC Family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good show. It's especially if you're into the mystery stuff. It throws a lot of curveballs.
Really good. Recommend another one, Chris.
I'm on ABC Family. I watch a lot of the comedies on there, so like.
Yeah, you should definitely check it out. It's a really good show.
Like Melissa and Joey, I'm always watching Melissa and Joey and things like that. So.
Kat had like a huge binge-watch mission to catch up on Pretty Little Liars the entire summer. So
I did. I saw her finish Once Upon a Time too, but.
She looks kind of like Cassie.
Even her attitude, if you watch just a scene, she has like these one-liners, and like that's Cassie Sandsmark. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, she.
Oh, and speaking of Cassie and maybe even Donna, they could even use some of the Greek mythology as like a tie to the story as well.
Yeah.
That could really work.
There's just so much potential with this show. I hope they use it all. They use all the potential they can, because I don't think we'll see Ashley Benson because she's on Pretty Little Liars, but she'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Could we see what is her name? She's kind of got the dark features, but the thing is, she's as Raven. I knew her name is Ashley. What was her name?
Oh, she's from?
Ashley Birch. Ashley Birch, I think that's her name.
What show is she from, or movie or something?
She's not really.
Oh, I think I see. Is she a voice actress?
Yeah. That's her name.
Yeah, she could play Raven. I'm looking at her. She hasn't been in much, but that'd be an interesting one.
That could work. I still can't think of one for Nightwing. I'm hung up on Nightwing.
Oh yeah, Nightwing is. Well, Nightwing, I think. Oh, hold on, you said Nightwing, right?
Yeah, Nightwing.
I think Tyler Posey's good for Nightwing.
Yeah, Tyler Posey could pull it off. I threw that there was kind of a joke, but that could seriously work.
Yeah, I honestly was like going with it as a joke too, but I really do see him as Nightwing. I think the hardest one is Starfire. I don't even know where to start with that.
Starfire is really hard to cast.
I think with Tyler Posey, it's to the point we see him as a lot of people. I see Peter definitely with him. I'm like, well, he could have been Peter.
Because he's so affiliated with comic books. Even if you see the interviews with Jeff Davis, he's always referencing comic books. So it's like has so much of a comic feel to it.
And Dylan O'Brien even constantly mentions his dream role is Spider-Man. Like that's what he wants. That's who he wants to be. Like
we all want him to be Spider-Man too. So.
Yep. Just
get Hollywood in as Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Definitely. Wow, guys, I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to cast. It's really hard. There's characters you want to see, but then you got to also think about it, guys. It's like they're so attached to these other projects. You don't want to acting, that you don't want to, break your maybe what you're supposed to be doing. But the thing about it is like depending on when they're filming this is also the case.
Yeah.
That's also where they're gonna film it. I have a feeling it's probably gonna be filmed in Canada, as a lot of the shows are. They're gonna be, especially DC. They're filmed a lot in Canada, basically.
Well, a lot of their CW shows they do in Canada.
A lot of shows are filmed in Canada. Vancouver, I know they definitely film there a lot. So definitely, but guys, that it's still what we're saying, guys. Is it's very open. We're really like scratching our heads with this. With okay, how are they gonna pull this off? And I'm seeing in the comments, guys, you guys are saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, it's your dream cast, but it's also, you, and one person even says, I feel that, and you say, let's go a J again. You say, I feel that TNT definitely can pull off the special effects, and I kind of agree with you on that because, like I said, they pull off some sweet special effects on Fallen Sky, and that's a sci-fi drama, and I'm like, wow, that looks nearly compared to a feature-length movie.
Oh yeah, and then the aliens are really freaky.
Some of the alien races they have, and I'm like, wow, that's really good. But then of course you also got to say who's behind it. Steven Spielberg's behind it, but still, it's like
a lot more money.
Yeah, so we don't know who's gonna be behind it. Who do we? I would want to see. Let's see. I would assume maybe Jeff Johns would come on, and
I would hope so. I mean, I know he writes a lot for the CW stuff, but I would hope, since Titans was really one of his big breaks.
That's why I kind of wish it was on the CW. Is just because I feel like this show would work so much better on the CW because they could do so many other things. And honestly, I would love to see a Teen Titans show that was a spin-off to Arrow. I think that was the Teen Titans show, but I'm still really excited for this one.
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely it. That's definitely the thing. I think we all, I think we all kind of had that assumption that, most of the live action DC shows would just stay on the CW. It's like, okay, so this is like you got the DC cinematic universe and then you got the DC TV universe. And I definitely agree that I thought the Teen Titans would kind of spin out of Arrow as well. That episode just really felt like, hey, look, it's a kind of a Teen Titans vibe right there.
With Roy, Thea, and Sin.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was the trio, and then we would have saw all these other characters. It just so felt that way.
I actually think about it now. I'm thinking, could the actress who plays damn, what was it? You just said her name, Jay.
Thea or Sin? Sin.
Yeah, could she play Raven?
That could work.
That would actually really work.
That could work.
I like that.
Somebody who I think could work is Nina. Who's the chick who plays Elena from the Vampire Diaries? Cat. What's her last name? I think she could pull off Raven.
Again, I feel like you need like more of a goth character. I feel like Nina Dobrev could play Starfire, honestly, a little bit more. That would actually,
really?
I feel like she could play that optimistic type character. That could be
I think the one thing for me with Raven is I don't want her acting too much like the animated Raven, where she's I gotta be left alone and stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be that goth at all.
I don't want to be that goth.
A little bit like paler and has like goth look to her.
Yeah.
I can understand that. Yeah, like.
But that's funny though. I'm just saying I don't want her that too much like.
Oh, I totally agree. That's just I like that more as the comedy aspect, and since TNT is all about the drama, hopefully they don't do that.
I
don't want her being too like
I don't want her to be emotionless either.
What happened?
I said I don't want her to be emotionless either.
Of course, like she needs to have some emotions. Let's see. So we're gonna get to you guys' questions now, and but other than that, like I said, guys, this has been really fun. Like I said, we weren't going to do this really long because I want to save some material for Kat when she does it on Frontline. I don't want her going on there and saying the same thing she was saying here. So I want her to have, she's ready for the Frontline.
I definitely have more information to talk about now.
Yeah.
More
See,
than ever.
So we're going to answer your questions, and then we're going to end this, guys. So I'm looking at a lot of you guys' questions, and I will be throwing them out. I will be calling out your names. So that's me shouting you guys out and thanking you for watching. This is, like I said, this is the first time I actually do the Opinion Spot live. I usually just record an Opinion Spot. It's just, as I've always said, the Opinion Spot is where your opinion matters, in my book. Nobody has dumb questions here, so let's see what we have. Okay. Teva Smoke says no actors from Vampire Diaries.
There's good actresses on there.
Tevia, come on, man. I mean, I admit the recent seasons are real downhill, but the first few were good, so I think they can pull it off. If they take it seriously, you know.
You also say, what about Tim Drake?
Tim Drake
I don't think we'll
somebody,
see Tim if there's Dick. We're not going to see Tim. Well,
yeah, I don't think we're going to see Tim. They're going to go right with. They just said it's going to be Dick. So I doubt we'll see that.
Like, you could use Tim as maybe like a background character, like a fan of Nightwings or something, but I don't think.
Yeah, like a cameo or something, kind of like what they did with Stephanie in Young Justice, where it's just like more of a like we know this is Stephanie, but you know not actually going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But even though in Young Justice she was supposed to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that was. Yeah. Okay. Here's another question from Teva. It says, question, guys, what is your opinion on Teen Titans New 52? I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I had to drop it, and I never want to drop Teen Titans.
I will tell you this. I basically went through the full run of the first one, and then I was like, I'm not picking up because
Yeah, I got it.
I just couldn't take it. I was like, oh, this, is too. They're not like the pre-52. They're, it's almost like they don't trust each other, and I don't like that. I don't like that. There's not trust between them, and everybody's like going behind each other's backs and things like that, and it was just weird. I couldn't take it.
It's too far off. Like I don't.
They weren't family. That's the best way to put it.
No, not at all.
Heart Birth by Sleep says Alexandra Dabro for Donna Troy or Starfire.
I didn't see what she was in, but I saw her picture. Yeah, she kind of looks like her.
Okay.
Donna Troy, I'm saying.
And Comic Bros, you say, damn it, better late than never. What's up, guys? Hey.
What's up?
Jeremy Renfro. Hey, man, how you doing? This is a follower. How about Artemis? She was a popper on Young Justice. Yeah, we said it would be cool to maybe bring Artemis there. Even though she was a combination of Arrowetta, once again from Young Justice. She was a part of Young Justice. The look of Artemis was Arrowetta's look, just it was red. Yeah, she could work. Very
I feel
much.
like I'd rather see Arrowetta though, just because she's really not a known character at all, unless you're a Young Justice / Teen Titans fan.
There you go.
And she was an actual Titan, and that could be the connection to Ollie without diving too far into Arrow.
And she quit. She actually quit the Titans. She quit being a superhero, and I think would be a really cool story to tell on a TV show if they go that direction.
Yeah.
Teva, you say, guys, who would you want to have Tim Drake? Would you want to see a Tim Drake Dick Grayson team up to kick Jason Todd, aka Red Hood, or Red X on the show? Oh, so you're trying to say they should add Red X and have Jason?
I think that's too much Batman. I don't think they should do that.
But that I was about to say that. I don't want it to be coming off as this. It's Tim Drake and the Titans.
And it's a live action version of like the cartoon, because honestly, cartoon Dick Grayson was a lot more like Tim.
Yeah, I don't want it to be that way. I really want it to be more of a Titans and not Dick Grayson and the Titans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not like that, where it's more centered around him and his rogues or his. No, I don't want that. Let's see. Heart Birth by Sleep says, how about Ava Joji for Nightwing? I have to look up that name. Let me see what it is. If you guys are looking it up, that's AVANJO.
The guy from Twisted. Yeah, he could possibly work. That's the dude from Victorious and Twisted.
Yeah, I'm looking at him now. I don't know. I don't really see him as Nightwing though.
I don't think. I wonder if he could pull off the personality is the thing. He might be able to pull the look.
I can definitely see him as an Atlantean. Definitely.
Yeah. Like if you.
I was thinking even Jaime, maybe if he cut his hair, like buzzed his hair, he could definitely be Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime could work. Gar maybe. Like
he has Jaime's hair. I'm looking at a lot of his hairstyles. He got it long. He's got it frosted, and then he's got it short here and one. So, but definitely, I see him as an Atlantean. Definitely, that could work. But that is a nice choice. Superboy, I don't know if they would do Connor in this.
Especially with Supergirl. Like, they have the Supergirl show,
And I think Connor's friendship was more with Tim than Dick, so I think that they couldn't pull Connor off the right
Unless
way.
they mixed the two, though. Maybe Connor would be friends with Dick in this version of the show.
That could be cool.
Jensen Ackles. Well, I don't. Well, Supernatural will be ending, so we don't know.
Jensen Ackles, I always see as more of a Red Hood. I think he plays more Jason Todd than Dick Grayson.
Yeah. But again, he's a lot older now. He's like what? He's in his 30s or 40s.
I think he's in his late 30s now. Nothing wrong with that, but I think they want to go for a more younger cast. So
he's not as young as he was when he was on Smallville, guys.
No heart. Well, you know what? If they were to bring any villain that is from the New 52, I wouldn't mind seeing Harvest. I wouldn't mind seeing him because I
didn't like any of the villains from the New 52.
I was actually kind of interested. I was like, okay, this guy's kind of interesting, but I don't think no Skitter. I doubt they'll bring Skitter. Please no Skitter. I don't need that. Because that creeped me out a lot. I was like, she goes to sleep and then she comes out of the cocoon and she's looking.
Oh, that was gross.
Yeah, that won't work on television. At least a show like this, I would say. I won't say it doesn't work on television because I'm sure it does, but I don't think it would work on a show like this.
I definitely disagree. Bunker, I wouldn't mind. I would actually bring Bunker in. Who said that?
That's diversity.
That's diversity.
As well. They do it well.
They can do it well, and just not all the fact of, he's the gay character. No, have a little bit of dignity with it and showcase.
Do it like Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf does it really well with the.
Look at Danny. Yeah, Danny was done really well. So was was it Aiden or was it Ethan that was the gay one?
Ethan, I think.
Okay, it was Ethan.
So definitely, Bunker would be cool. I wouldn't, because I actually like Bunker's powers. I thought his powers were cool.
The psychic bricks and everything.
They just didn't really handle the character that well, I think. Like, he had a lot of potential, but they could have handled him. I think they handled him better in this Teen Titans book than they did in the previous one, in my opinion.
John Kramer, you basically said, hey, John, I know you very well. How you doing? He says the only New 52 thing worth adding is Bunker. So he's okay.
Yep.
Would you opinion? This is Teva again saying, guys' opinion on Peter Tomasi being a writer for. No, I wouldn't mind Peter Tomasi doing some writing for episode.
Yeah, Peter Tomasi did a great job on Batman and Robin, still does, and I think he can do a great job with this because he wrote a good family dynamic for the first arc of Batman and Robin when Damian was around. I feel like that was some of the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. If they want to have a comic book writer, though, I don't know if they'll go that direction, but hopefully they do some like Arrow where they get real comic book fans as the writers.
Yeah, they just need maybe just have them as like consultants. They don't even have to have them write. Have Jeff Johns consult, just overlook some stuff.
A lot of people are saying the same thing. Get the cloak. No stupid costume for Raven. People. John Kramer, you say Artemis and Johto, aka Hotspot. Are you talking about Match or Hotspot? Because there were two characters from T9. It was Match. He's like kind of like the Human Torch type character for the team. I wouldn't mind seeing him as well either. And you saying Jinx from the cartoon? Okay.
Might be a little bit too. I don't know if it would work.
Yeah. Do you guys think that the Outsiders could work as a good guess, like Geoforce and all of them? Because
I think they gotta handle the Titans first before they do any of the other teams.
Yeah, I think the first thing to do is establish them.
Yeah.
Once you establish them. And I think that will be majority what the first season is gonna do, is get them established first, and then we can start going on like how most of the shows are going. I mean,
like how Arrow started.
Yeah, look how Arrow started. We were like kind of like that episode was I don't know, but then after that break came, bam, they hit it running. And then the second season, bam, hit you with another knockout, and that's kind of the same thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, some people say, I dropped that, but then once Cap came out and the aspects of what happened in Cap 2,
that really
put the show.
Better show.
Yeah, see, so I think it's going to be a slow burn, slow for a while, but then it'll find its niche somewhere.
Yeah, they just need to find their feet.
I hope they do it quicker. But the thing is, with TNT, they don't need humongous ratings, so they just need, like, steady ratings. So that... You don't have to worry as much.
Let's see. Aqualad. I said, guys, I want to see Aqualad. I'm not sure which. I said maybe go with Garth, the original Aqualad, before going to
Tempest.
Yeah, and or the
Calder.
But I think people want Calder there.
Yeah,
I think it's too Young Justice then. I think you should go with Garth because, I mean, what's his name? The original Aqualad.
Yeah, Garth.
That's what I thought. Okay, I was making sure I wasn't making a mistake. I think they should go with him because we've not really seen him in mainstream media at all, and I don't think a lot of people know him as Aqualad, which is really sad because he was the first Aqualad.
Yeah, the farthest that you can remember of him being animated was that old animated Teen Titans show where it had the originals and he was there. It was like, so yeah, I would want Garth.
And you saw Garth in Brave and the Bold as well when they did a little bit of a Teen Titans kind of thing with Dick, Roy, and Garth.
But let's see, Ms. Martian. Ooh,
that's interesting.
I say go for it. I would love to
go for Ms. Martian. I was gonna add her, but I was hoping somebody else. Nathan Banks, hey guys, hey Nathan.
What's up, Nate?
Ravager, yeah, we talked about Ravager. Another question.
We're not talking about Summer Glau, we're talking about Rose and Jericho.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, what is your opinion on the Batman and Robin writer being made the producer of Teen Titans? Just wondering. Yeah.
I'm cool with it. He's a comic book writer. Go for it.
Tomasi is a great writer, so I'd be all for this. Because seriously, the only reason Tomasi's book has gone down is because they killed Damian. Oh no, and they killed Damian. I feel like that, and he was really hurt by that. You could tell, especially when you look at the issues afterwards. You could see how much it's affected him.
I had to drop the series honestly because it just kind of got boring. But again, mostly because of the artwork too. I just did not.
The artwork was going down.
Let's see. Let's see. Gonna answer a few more of your questions, guys, and then we'll answer them later on when this go live. I'll promise to answer as many as I can. But my friend from down under, Big Rick, all the way from Australia. Hey, Rick. Even though Deathstroke was an Arrow, could you see him on the Titan show and have the Judas contract story arc? That is a famous story arc. It's probably one of the most famous Teen Titans story arcs ever.
And then they really wanted it down in the cartoon.
They were going to do an animated movie about that, but they dropped it after the Teen Titans cartoon came out, because it was going to be a little bit darker. And that series that arc is very dark.
Very, very so.
I would love to see it, Rick, but I doubt they would do it.
You never know where the series goes. You gotta see where we don't even know what the tone of the series is gonna be. We really don't know much about it.
But I would say keep an open mind, which I'm pretty much doing. But I would want to see Deathstroke somehow, because it's like, okay, for me, if it's the Titans, you gotta have Slade somewhere down the line.
Yeah, because Deathstroke was created for the Titans. He was in the Titans' second issue.
I think they just need to wait it out, because Slade was in season 2 Arrow. Maybe they waited out like 2 seasons and people don't forget about Slade, because no one's gonna forget about Slade from Arrow, but just kind of separate it, just like Smallville Slade, which we don't really want to mention. I didn't really like him that much in Smallville, but they did it and it worked.
Everybody's talking about Static again. Yeah, like I said, I talked about it earlier. I would love to see Static there. I think he would be pretty cool to be there. I mean, Static was a Titan. When the Dakotaverse merged with the DC Universe, he was there for a while, and he was really good, a part of the team. And now he is MIA. And
after his book failed, they haven't tried to.
Last time we saw him, he was in the Titans book, and he's the one that created Kid Flash's costume, and that because he works for Star Labs. And then that was it. We don't see him ever no more. Let's see. I'll answer 2 more, and then pretty much we're gonna wrap this up. Red Wing, that's Falcon, guys. What are you talking? Red Wing is his bird. What are you talking about, Red Wing? Let's see. That's funny. Me laughing, Red Wing. Okay. Okay, what if Tim Drake and Dick Grayson would be on the same team on the show? That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
Again, too much Batman, though. I'd rather have Barbara Gordon than Tim Drake, just because, it balances stuff out a little bit more. Even though I love Tim Drake.
Barbara hasn't been featured in much, too. Yeah, Barbara hasn't been featured in much, too. And Tim, he's been in a couple animated versions.
Barbara's been and she's also, I won't say a more popular Bat character, but she's more of an iconic Bat character in a way that deserves to be on television. So,
and you could even have her as Oracle, and that would be cool as well. You don't even have to fully mention the Killing Joke; just be like she got into an accident.
Yeah.
I think for me, the way I would do Barbara is she is their contact, and she's like their computer. Keeps them on the loop, what's going on. But then to the point she starts to feel like, look, I want to be out in the field with you guys, or so, and then maybe once she's like, okay, and she makes a costume and like, yeah, call me Batgirl or something like that.
Love that. Go for it, yeah. You're making me excited already if they do that. I want to go to the Titans writers and just say, please tell me Barbara Gordon is going to be in this show.
I would
just like when we had the Arrow thing and we were like, bang babies for Arrow, Batgirl for Titans.
Bang baby still have to happen.
If they Jeremy Renfro, you say if they can't do Roy, then probably won't use Wally since being Flash. I don't see why they couldn't do Wally, because maybe
I think contract-wise they can't do him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Contract-wise they probably can't, but I would love to see it. for me, a team needs to have a speedster on the team. I need a speedster on there, at least somebody.
And Wally is so integral to the actual Titan mythos. He is one of the originals. So I would really just love to have Wally. Even you can just acknowledge it's a separate universe, so they could do something different.
But other than that, you guys, I'll answer the rest of your questions because most of them are from one person, and I want to share the love. Yeah, Teva, I'm talking to you. You went on a field day, but that's cool. But I want to thank everybody who came out and listened to the first ever live opinion spot. This is actually my 285th segment of the opinion spot. I'm going strong with this segment. I'm almost near 300. That's good. But I want to also thank Kat for coming out.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
This was really good. This is the first time having you on my channel. And like I've always said, show a little love, you get some back, so it was fun. Jay, I've had you on my channel a couple of times, so hey, this ain't...
I know, always good to be here though, bro. So,
But don't forget, guys, don't forget, the front line will be talking about this as well. I'm going to plug their channel and stuff like that as well. You can follow them on Twitter. You can follow us all on Twitter. You can follow me on Tumblr. I am on Tumblr as well. And I am on Facebook as well. You can find me on Facebook. So I'm a triple. Well, if you want to call YouTube as well, so I'm quadruple. But you can find Kat on Facebook as well. You guys can plug your channels because I don't want to do it for you. So
yeah. Check out.
Go ahead, Kat.
Jeremy, me. Which one do you want to go first?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, so just check out my channel, ComicUno. Do TV, movie, and comic book reviews. I will be talking about the Teen Titans news also on Comic Frontline, which is our group channel, talking about comic book movies, everything, TV shows, so be sure to check that out. Follow me on Twitter, like the Facebook page. Follow my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. That'll be coming out soon. The Kickstarter should be coming out soon, so be sure to check that out and like the Facebook page for that. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, same as usual. Just subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I do comic book reviews, movie reviews, TV reviews, all that stuff. I just did an X-Men Q&A that I uploaded not too long ago. Both Chris and Kat sent me questions. And next month, I'm trying to do a monthly themed Q&A every month. And next month, I'm actually going to do Titans. So if you guys want to talk more about Titans with me, I'll have a Q&A next month about that. But just follow me on Twitter, M.V.K.'s Comic Reviews, and Facebook as well, and of course YouTube. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
And we do get together a lot. This is kind of like a trio. We do kind of get together from time to time, especially on Cat's channel. We kind of do like the Arrow thing. I missed the Korra. I was working that day, so I couldn't get that one. But I did watch it. It was fun. We also do some of the same things. Like we do talk about Sailor Moon. I think we all three of us watched Sailor Moon Crystal. And last week's episode was treasure to me because I got.
I still haven't got to see it yet. That's on one episode, so I got.
I had the shirt and everything. Oh man, that was.
I got to see my girl. Jupiter Makoto, she was there, and all her family.
I was so excited.
I'm so excited for that. The next episode, I think, is the 20th. So for all you guys who do watch, and I want to say this as well, there have been guys that have been asking me, where are you watching this show? I have Hulu, so I watch it from there.
It's free on Hulu. You don't even have to be a Hulu Plus member.
Yeah, you don't have to be
Hulu, or Crunchyroll is good too. If you regularly watch anime, it's also on Crunchyroll.
That's the other one. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll as well. I'm on Crunchyroll from time to time, and I think there's some other anime sites that plug it up as well. But I watch it on Hulu, which is fine for me. It's cool, and I do get into the theme. You will kind of catch me air guitaring the theme and things like that. Yeah, we do a lot together, guys, when we can. It's always good to get with these guys as well.
Yep, and also real quick, Chris actually runs a Marvel fan fiction site that I'm also I'm one of his generals. You know, I help head the site as well. So if you're a Marvel fan, definitely go check us out. It's a lot of fun to do that too.
We also, we also all do reviews. I will be putting up my review sooner when I finish reading everything. As of right now, I can tell you what my pick of the week will be, and that was Batgirl Future's End.
Oh yeah, same here.
That was really good. That was a very good curtain call for Gale. Like her just bowing out of Batgirl. You guys have asked me, am I going to pick up Batgirl with the new direction? I don't know as of right now. I said I might, maybe on behalf of Gail, I may do it for her because she says I like it. You should give it a try. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe one issue. If I like it, okay. But how can you top Gail's run as of right now? When
You can't. You just can't.
It's like, okay.
I'm reading it, but only because I read Barbara Gordon, so I don't know. I'm
that's the thing.
torn with it.
I'm like you, Kat. It's like I support the character, so it's like.
That's how I felt about Grayson too, and I ended up liking Grayson. So.
Oh, I had to drop Grayson though. I didn't like it. I really had to drop that one. It didn't even feel like Dick Grayson at all.
So definitely, guys, we want to thank you all for coming out again, and like I said, another thank you to Kat and Jay for coming out.
Yeah, again, no problem.
You can catch us. You know where you can find us, guys. But other than that, you know my slogan: peace, one love, stay tuned, keep real, guys. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. And these two will see you guys next time as well. Follow them. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee you that. Highly recommend it. Y'all take care.